yetanga kumina zazinzazi kuzwala mvulo maneke ufuta la pelekelo mihapeka channel la utano lumikutezi luna baskwata sa Busile ilikuli luko na kutoe kamera zibo makande aya hisa makande atabisa mane makande azibisa mekina nathana kufuna wa mdira mwali za zalaka channel mihani oninose mama studio za runa ninze ni okutemba kamishi. Good morning.
Good morning and good morning to our lovely viewers wherever you are watching us from. Just like Nathan has said, this is Busile Good Morning Breakfast Show, the program that we always bring to your screen every morning from Monday to Saturday from 7 hours to 8 hours, where we get to interact with you. We do have various issues ranging from current affairs, we do have a theme, we do have weather updates and sports updates. So stay glued as we are going to be updating you about what is happening in the country.
Kamaniti sina mokubulelezu ikitu kusoya Busile mi lwazo kuli nimi nakwandeka fo kemzo hanga kare mi kemukara kwi tuksa baba kwa misebezi abaza bona kuli baba kwa misebezi ni bona kebakara kwi tuksa mi sina kamita mukona kurunopa hande nendefa nombro ya 0773 738114 0773 ngamboro yakacheno pa theme kapa topic yaruna mukubiranga zinzazirwanga ni ngambolo ilo ikambotanga ili fomfitsanga maikuto amina mikacheno rubuza kuli kana vaipapati babaisole kuipapata markets aba kana basona kufumana kapa basona kulibera kuvotelwa mwali bakamu baskafita kweza campaign kana basore kuipapata baswa nakulibera kuvotelwa mwasibaka bamali bakambas kafita kweza makampeni abona kiona puzo hiruvuza kamutala mwendi abaskafita mwende abaskafita mwasibaka samina kutweza makampeni kana baswa nakufiwa vote mwasibaka samina mbaskafita kutweza makampeni mimfitsa maikutu amina fa kakuliza fa 0773 nomboro yeswana izini fa WhatsApp makona kuliza fa WhatsApp kapamana maruma message ikabe ifitire hamsa kono kweza chwalo Facebook ikwarozwe makona kusiyama ikutu amina fa likepe la Facebook rukabe ru valile maikutu amina.
Exactly, just like Nathan has said, and the theme in English reads, should aspiring candidates expect votes from places where they have not gone to campaign? Should aspiring candidates expect votes from places where they have not gone to campaign? As we all know, they can't be everywhere, they can't be in every places, but should they expect votes if they didn't come to your place? That's the theme that we have right here on Bulozi TV. And remember, you can contribute just by calling or texting us on 0773 73 8114 0773 73 8114, and the same line is on WhatsApp, or you can use our Facebook handle, use the comment section on our Facebook page, which is Bulozi TV, to give us your contribution. Should aspiring candidates expect votes from places where they have not gone to campaign? That's what we are talking about right here on Bulozi TV.
Mihalo zorapili mwa current affairs mwali zalaka cheno halu na nzengata zero miru walezi hapeze unakuli enzo na kizebu kwa hulu kwa ngambolo kapa kwa ngambolo zaruna mi rikandera una la pili lifutuka kwani kwa chingora ilikone bai lebo president hakaende chile makuyoza akuye conference chaba mwa kuzura pili kweza engage ma communities abanze ba itekisa ni bona kuli bahasanya message yabona kwa mananzeo zebanani zapa milero yebanani yabakopora kwezeza chaba sana hazambia mwaliketsa za no muhami babulera kuli who is better kapa kimangi yomunde kubale batu nebabuza puzo kwa sichaba sachingora kuli babande kibafi baba bene bakola nekukwala mining company kapa mukoti wa KCM yona konkora kopa mines kapa bakonele kutokwalola mukoti wo babande kibafi nebabuza puzo kwa sichaba sachingora in English. quoting the
Okay,
exact words in English.
I'm going to quote his exact words. The president said, "Who is better, the one who put KCM into liquidation or those who revived KCM?" As we all know to say, at some point KCM was closed. So now this is why the president, when he was interacting, when he went for his for his community engagement in Chingola, so he was asking the residents to say who is better, the one who liquidated KCM.
Okay, already have a caller. Hello, you're through to Busile. Good morning, breakfast show. Kaksa-san.
Good morning, how are you?
We are fine, thank you. And how are you, sir?
Mr. Mukelabai calling you right live from Zimba Southern Province.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Mkalabai. What's your contribution this morning?
My contribution is, first and foremost, we have to understand that the division or the delimitation was to make each and every candidate to reach the place where they're supposed to campaign. So as for me, in my own view and my own opinion, looking at someone who has never reached our place, even just for 2 hours, to come and market his manifest and try to vote for such a person, no, please. We will end up blaming government because we are not voting for right people. In my own opinion, sir, such candidates should not even be near the corridors of power. People has to be on the ground to know the problems we are passing through. Not just because I personally, I may be here in Zimba, but there are places which are far. Despite any place being far, it is accessible. It's either by road or by boat or by a motorbike or on foot. So every candidate has to reach every places to know where I should place a hand pump and where I should put a clinic. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Mkelabai.
Okay, that's Mr. Mkalabai all the way from Zimba, Southern Province.
Luitumeza alikuwa Mkelabai kuona kuli nimi nakafo kwa Zimba mwalulatele la fatukso ya Busile good morning breakfast show ya wayelo miteza ngafa mazmwangala Bulozi au kumsa kaona. And we continue, we have a video from the president when he was in Chingola. Let's take a look at that video.
Your vote in 2021 has allowed us to do a lot of things, including the revitalization of KCM, which was in liquidation. They are the ones who put KCM in liquidation. We are the ones who have revived. Who is good? The one who put KCM in liquidation or the one who has revived it?
Ije ba makebi na ba mundu bile ba minister eba ikene mu kupanga funde dinchimu go talo tingola chipa ye nifye bakala chala bale imwe na bena chingola namba ineno na isa na tutubusha abantu bala ingile nchiso ba contractor bala folo kwa bloko bishamo nani uwe bali ifo babili.
Okay, there you have it. That was President Hakainde Hichilema just interacting to the voters, Kwale kwa Chingola, the residents of Chingola. And you know, the other interesting part is that he has actually given them 2 pits for small-scale miners.
Okay.
Yeah, he's given them 2 pits to mine. Anyway, we just hope these mines won't be closed after the elections, or they won't be taken away from them. And we move forward in our current affairs. We also saw yesterday a tragedy happened where we saw the VIP actually being involved in is it an airplane or
Helicopter crash? Yeah,
helicopter crash. So many people were asking to say, is the vice president okay? Is the VIP fine? And she actually confirmed it herself on Diamond TV, where she went live. They went live on Diamond TV and engaged her, where she confirmed to say, I'm very much fine, and the people that I was with on board are very much okay. Jonathan.
manjinela lokupa kwa video ya vice president.
Hear me?
Yes, I can.
We've received information that you've been involved in a plane crash. Confirm if this is true or not.
I don't know what to call it. Yes, the plane kind of crashed. But here I am talking. And the entire team, God is very faithful and gracious. All of us that were in that plane, which was 8 people, all of us are fine. Of course, the plane, I think, is damaged, if not totally. Can you imagine? We are all fine, all of us. We thank God. And we will continue with our work.
It's reported that you were conducting your rallies and the plane crashed. The plane crashed around Nakonde district. Were you informed what possibly could have went wrong with the plane you are in?
I can't tell. I'm no mechanic. I don't know planes because it happened not too long ago. Just immediately after we finished our Nakonde rally, we were trying to rush to Isoka rally. And after we lifted, I don't know whether it was a minute or two, I don't know. And then we came down. That's that. The fault, I don't know. The pilots have not told me the fault. They are fine too. So for now, I think our concern was the lives, and the lives God preserved. So we are grateful. I'm sure the cause will be determined later.
The country is worried as we speak.
Kibitumero wale niliwo vice president bonabo mufumahali mutale WK mutale na Lumango ilibone ba bire makozi mabani mwakozi helicopter yabona fakunano hafera samura mizuzu nyana fera kona mune konle kuwera kafasi kono kaitondo mwupiro bakonle ku punyu hamwakozi tuna ni hamo choro ni squatter kafera bene bayinzini bona mi lwaitumira kumwa upira konde kuba punyuhisa mi lubalakaleza kozo ni kuli bakone kuba ni wicket wabanze bazora pili mwa misebezi yabona
kama nitiluli lwaitumela kuzenezeza alile yale ka and the good part was that the airplane didn't, the helicopter rather didn't go very far and we thank God for that. We thank God that the VP is okay. She actually she was attended to nebaile kwa spatela abazo aizwa kwa ku crash helicopter ni mainzi mateni nebaile kwa spatela ko kwa running le ma tests and then kufumanilo kuli matest kafila mane yazwile handi vaiketile handi nide me with the people that she was on board with the 7 people when mainzini bona mwa fulai ona mwale kafila bona vaiketile mone mainezi wa mainzi 8 and we pray that this thing should not happen again and whatever the cause, because we are still waiting for the actual statement kuzibisa kuli kantiki zeneze tisize kuli flyale ikone ku wa asamlaho waku just after taking off
nanu afela nyani mwali mbora mo ikone zikuwela share rasepa my investigations will be carried out and the public I'm sure will be availed with a comprehensive full report on what really transpired, what could have caused that tragic.
So we saw our Facebook engineers just saying no, the plane even took a lot of the helicopter took time to take off, so maybe the engine had problems. So our Facebook engineers, some of them have explained to us, but hey, we are waiting to hear to wait for the official statements actually.
Ulishangu sinamu iponela fa screen ya mina kolikuwa na mono kuvezi chualo of course that is an amateur video that was taken by just someone who was there.
Actually, you know it's really
world
scary.
Of technology.
Yeah, and that thing, like, you just want to make content maybe on TikTok, the plane is taking off, the helicopter is taking off, and you just see it again coming back, and then you get scared. Like, that's why I think the camera was very much shaky, but that's the video of everything that transpired.
Kamaniti mi lola kaleza fera bo vice president niskwata sabona kafera kuli bakone ku babaiketire sindamu baboleza kuli baiketira kona ne mukana yakone le ko lofara ki makazo. That's a very, very big miracle.
Kamanitsiloli, and in current affairs, the third story that we have is late Princess Mbuyana's body, which arrived in Mongu yesterday ahead of the burial today. We have a tribute that's supposed to be read, or let me say, her biography, which I'm going to allow you to read.
Okay, maybe before we, okay, maybe I read, then that's when we will we'll get into the video clip that we have. Okay, the life history of the late Mukwaye Mbuyana reads as follows. Mukwaye Mbuyana was the great granddaughter of Mulambwa and Mbuyana and the grandchild of Lutangu Spopa and Wutwa. Mukwaye Nawina Antoinette Konoso. Those were her actual names. Popularly known as Mukwaye Mbuyana, was born on 24th August 1937 in Lialui, Western Province, Zambia. The first child of Mukwaye Kaiko and Nambayo Simasiku. She spent her early childhood in Lialui and Livingstone before moving to southern Rhodesia, now Zimbabwe, where she attended Deni School in Bulawayo, traveling and attending school with the late Mrs. Posenta Akapelwa. Following her studies, she trained as a nurse at Usakile Mine Hospital and later worked for Anglo-American and Lonro. At age 20, she met Sekeli Albert Konoso and they were married 2 years later. They were blessed with 5 children: Mutumwa Felix, Kaiko Hilda, Nolianga Catherine, Stali Sylvia, and Sekeli Nicholas. At age 43, she inherited the title of Mukwaye Mbuyana of Katongo from her mother's sister after her mother declined and passed it on to her. Formally assuming duties in the 70s. As senior princess, she resided in Katongo and served with wisdom and humility. A devout Catholic and member of the Catholic Women's League, she was known for her grace, kindness, and dedication to her family and the Barose royal establishment. She is survived by 3 children, 8 grandchildren, and 6 great-grandchildren. So that is the life history of the late Mukwaye Mbuyana, whose actual name is Mukwaye Nawina Antoinette Konoso. Kola kuli mabaina ulile kwali balala fly kuyo muhela mubili wabo Mukwaye Mbuyana mi bamulonga nibona ni bali 10 kwali amochalo mani bene bayemela muso mi halo likeni alobona nifera zinde ba Bulezi bamulonga manini bene bayemela muso.
As government, we received the news of the demise of the princess with the deep sorrow and the shock. As you know, she was one of the people that has collaborated with government in many ways. You know where Mongu District Hospital is situated. That is an area under her jurisdiction. So, as you can see what has happened now, the repatriation of her remains from Lusaka to Mongu, that is government's demonstration of the high esteem in which we hold the relationship between central government and the traditional leadership. The traditional leadership what hosts central government, and the people under the traditional leadership, the citizenry, form the citizenry of our country, Zambia. So we value the role that the traditional leadership plays, and we receive the demise of the princess with the deep sorrow.
Omusali mulu abasikakula kuli mwende n'abana ne butuku bona bakudde n'abawire. Asa bawire chwale kona mulu twezi kuli bawire ko fita kumenya kwa bedroom no kiwe kona mulu kwa ule kulo baskwalo ko bafumana bawe matabu. Kona mulu bana nwetu kwa tisako liwanika. Muli wanika batolo ba busubuliwo. Bita tamili zazi kona mulu bakwelisize fly kuya kwa Osaka. Osaka niko na batolo ba busubuliwo. Bita tamili chole hapo kuna saba Rusia. Kona mulu tulepo manana kwa chenu utulonga mbili wabo na chwana. Kibuma iwo tunaho uzamushemi asona ngeyo. Mubonzero pili yae zize. Kachenu kula ni munzomu mchawe ni mungamba mwana ubizombu yana. Wasipopa kwa irute. Nelimu shitu sibakasale. Ubizizeba na bahai kafula kumtai mtoya hakwanu. Kwako nelimu shemi na bonana kuli. Nelimu shemi na nizoro pili. Tunahulu kibuma iwo uzamushemi asona ngeyo.
Kibitumelo zali kwa neza le mabani kwa balala fly kono sichaba nesi kamuhile kabungata kuya muhela mubili wawo nyandi ilibona bo mukwaye mbuywana mi kepero bona ikulubero kubaka chenu mi lwakaiza fela moyo wabona kupomula makozo ya mngabupiro.
And Shangwe, may her soul rest in internal peace. And we move forward in our current affairs. And we saw our NRPUP presidential candidate, who is Brian Munzubile, who clarified on his allegedly statement where he is quoted as having given 1 month warning to civil servants who are cadres. I just love the fact that he qualified actually, because he was being misquoted. And in this video that we're going to show you, he is just trying to qualify. How do you say qualifying, Maslows?
Kuhakulula famanzo ene babulezi.
I don't have guests. Anyway, aluwone ni video ya Brian Munzubile Shangwe.
Baima batiyone tinya wasibo servant. Wasibo servant muri basuma mwalibombele po na ifwe nali mu uteko. Wasibo servant wabombele na ifwe. Bambye chibale bomba teofine. Nomba omutwenga na ufurungana. Na kwisamba fya shashani fya rubana. Lero ndebweke shapo. Ilitula ma election wasibo servant. Uteko wala mpela ma instructions ya rubana. Halero na kuli leaking. Ukuiba ma vote. Techakwesha wakafundisha techakwesha na papata. So ile nalela ndawa sibo seba kumitinya munchito mule bomba iyo lelo ichiwe machitiro kwa linsoke bakwali bantu ngawasitevya furuga na waisa kusonta mshaba lefu mapu waka bako so kanshi na papata mwikatusha abana mwikashite fintu fya luwane fintu yonse iyo abantu abene mwasabo mbwe bakasale ntungurushi eswale kwaya.
Okay, that was Brian Munzubile bana balikafira kwikeza explain kutalseza batukuli zero zeneni bulezi nensa buleli nensa ezi threaten ba massive servants kono kulatela fera kamlao massive servants are non-partisan and abaswaneli kubonisa bakona kuba like the way it is as a civil servant. You can support a certain political party, but you don't have to show it. You can maybe be saying it in your home with your children because they're your children, but then you don't have to say it outside. People are not supposed to know to say, okay, Nathani mani kiva UPND nji vosibulu akabi kiva NRPUP abasanili kuva chwalo kono mwena fela unosima pili wa house anakuziba kuli nani supporter party yechu. Now you don't have to show it, you don't have to be a cadre, because a civil servant works with any government that comes into power.
Okay, I seem to have a caller. Okay, let's just pick this call. Oh.
Okay, we've lost the caller, but remember the line that we are using is 0773 738114 0773 738114, and our theme for today reads: should aspiring candidates expect votes from places where they have not gone to campaign? should aspiring candidates expect votes from places where they have not gone to campaign? That's our theme for today. So you can give us your contribution just by calling or texting us on 0773 738114, 0773 738114. That's the line that we're using right here on Bulozi TV. And remember, that line is also on WhatsApp. You can send us a voice note or you can call us via WhatsApp. We just want to hear your views on what we are discussing about today. And remember, you can also use our Facebook handle. Use the comment section on our Facebook page, which is Bulozi TV Shangwe.
Kamaniti mira itumira kumina baseri kulubuwa Facebook itumira kumina abo Katundu Nyambe barubuhela kuzoa kwani kwa Kawe itumezi kumina bo Dokas Molaka Koma itumezi kakusasani Wainduna Sandaula kwa Kalabo itumezi mshemi kuzoa kuli mina bakalabo mwa rubuha handenende. Grace Kufekisa, thank you so very much. Watching from Sesheke. Alex Song Masekese saying that thank God to hear that. Also, thank you so much to Purity Kalimbwe, who is watching from Lusaka. Lwa Zurapiri mwa tukisweruna ya Busile good morning breakfast show. Haiba kona musawazo lu joina kapakona musawazo kola mazimwangala amina pozo rubuza kya kuli kana baipapata baswanira kulibelela kapa kulibelela kuvotela mwali bakambasika fita kwiweza makampeni kapa chwani mikona pozo rumihuza kana baipapata kana bafitire kana kebakala kebatofita momasi bakasamina mihaiba abana kufita kana maswanira kuvotela kapa chwani kapa minamba atafala kuvotela baba troiza campaign bomwe iponezi kameto abona kapa chwani makona ofisa maikutu amina 0773 738114. Hauzo rapili lu yakwa story yevulela koli no more cyber laws after August 13. We are giving the freedoms back to citizens. This is Brian Mundovile. More campaign promises keep on coming in different styles. Okay, luamuhira katene warulizeza kakusasanisha. Hello, Luzira ndelo bari kula shango. Kiwoma ni baliza kasha.
Iwo mwana mungu baliza kali mulungambule.
Wo mwana mwambwa mwali mulungala mule. Hello? Shangwe.
Nja.
Maikutu wabona kia fifanga mbura luna.
Maikutu luna.
Ensha.
Ipanelo umotela mubya cyofita kuminda kupepa mati. Aiva ambo zirikaze mu kitakambale mu mera nakizona kuliza kona kujya. Ibakatamina ni kutita doro.
Ensha.
Ono kwa kona hala kuli mukiti kuminda. Kono zambola halutwa hali kuli kona kuwani mwamba ikutwa hekwa kata.
Ensha.
Neto yo amukoni kumugotela. Akuli kukapenda ikuli kwenye kupita kala kumina. Kukona kwela kuli. Mtu hata na mfumalelo mwangala kamba kale stage. Mwatereza za bulela. Nofela na yo kikampeni mwakona kumugotela amupira bulela. Aiba kirita bazo mutwahala ne wonala kuli. Mama kande haikwa atizero.
Ensha.
Kono kule watawa mara kuona kutafuta kono za kuelewa. Kuto vinda ela kuela kumuni hoteli. Au ndio hoteli ha mutia vinda hapa kutazaka ya. Akipo hoteli mutia choro kwa za. Hoteli mutia kuela wakati za zero pili. Manda kumanela machele ya kuteza zero wase bakateo. Wakati kicheza likoro kuli likonela kubeleka hande. Wakati tunteza abantu umande kula kutebenga kuka mupeza chwani.
Ensha.
Wakati tunteza abantu mwande kula lipatela mpuli batu wasike bale katika ni mali katea. Ne hapa ya kwa lipatea. Sike mtu yala kwa hata kumina usoka hama hawezi kumina. Achipo usanta limea mtu ya chwa ho. Wakati halu mgoteli. Sabu kuna ni watu ambao wameweza kumpoka kutazatela lilata. Kutazatela lilata kuliza kalimba kuwaka. Au tuko watu wajua ngajekuli. Tuko muyemeli sakata ya waleta wano utwa.
Luitumezi.
Ye mupia choni kwa kapita 10 na luka bostela mupia na hivi kala pamoja. Lakini sapina awe yale utwa hala.
Ensha. Luitumeza aho.
Luitumeze wo mwana mwambwa. Bariki wo mwana mwambwa kuzerera kwa limulonga kiwitumero nanda bas baluliza fa kika kusasa ncha. Good morning.
Muzire chani umo dareta.
Luzuira ndelo wale kola kiwama nibaliza kaisha.
Kiwa katundu nyambe kwa kawe bachwa n'abasali bawo.
Luiketire ole kulabona shangwe.
Biketire.
Ensha.
Sentiro tupukelevera kwa ngambo. Nemutisize mwalizo bakakindu katakule ko. Mwene tabayona muni bonake kuli. Mutu wakola kuwina. Kwa mana kapati ya emigawala kakuli sichaba salatire ngali party kakuli yabe mu party salati sichaba niko kaya kulokwale ko no sichaba ngesiziba party esfavoti ni yale askaya kwa tenu mutu yale mana wakola kushimbalikeza ko mokso na ile ko kuba makulo kwale kukupa voti mane kukuba makwala bana mubujale tabayeo witingevera kapati ya emigawala mutu mwenti kama wani wanirana mutu kakuli neke ukashinya mashire nyao wewe pati we emigawala nasikya basirati akuna koko nakuya kyole yale mwenti askakinza matenike state nyana mutu yale wakola kuzora pirimane kulokwale kwa skaya bamfali line pogo bamfama voti amangata kwa ngo mkomokisa kuta kulokwa amane skako ngo yakwatengo mutere mutari mereri ne poden fuma ko tenjore kwitingire fa kapati kapaka piru ya moto kapa kama ngera ngabatu neko kaye mama pati za kuli kiona yebusa kiro yawe be maso kweza va kuli sikyaba mane asta quando hao si ambole sona andi kapa kutoma ikutu azona akuna kakuya mwentini tumezirwa mibwala ivu pa Facebook kulinzamo
Luitumezi bo katundu koza kiwitumero katundu nyambe kuzera kwani kwa kabwe kawe kiwitumero kuli ni kawe yaloha nimi na makora ofisa maikutu wa mina sinamba konele kuliza woka tundu fa nombro ya 0773-738114 miru uza kulikana baipapati basore kuipapata balukanela kuvotelwa haiva abasikafita mwasi waka balukana kufumana mavotes kuzorera mwali bakamba skies ama campaigns mbasikafita kutweza campaign kana baswanira kuvotelwa kapachwani kiona puzo irobuza mfitsa maikutu wami na 0773-738114 kapa mane fa Facebook mwakona kusia maikutu wami na mwale mwamuranga maikuto mwana mwa comment section before wo basikaliza kalibo katundu no rwambora fa manzo wabolezi bo brand mundu biro akuli nomo basepsa kula kuna kuba ni ma cyber laws bakwatozo samilao ya cyber law after liketsa haiba bawina la 13 August kuti bakwatozo samilao yani ya cyber yetali mafaku bukeleza batu babainzi abasore kuweza interact fa mihala kapa fa internet kuti bakwatozo samilao yale shwaro tweni kuli ziba bulezo libo brand mundu bire kilifi mwa video yeta 10 na chwaro
ine na makepi zulu nife ba lawyer basa kweba skota ni ba lawyer bachifumu band ni ba lawyer bachungu bwana ni ba lawyer twalishi bo bukankala wansambusha muntu eicho yali amaloza ama cyber laws ya mfufuntungu ngatwaingira po tulesa ya chinja noko mibweso sensambu wansambia
Okay, that was just the Etonse, let me say, NRPUP president. And we move forward. We did see in the morning, early in the morning, where statements are just flying in, seeing that Moses Mawere, the running mate for Citizen First, Harry Kalaba president, has resigned or has withdrawn. So I'm just going to read something, and the story reads: Kalaba respects Mawere and Kambwili's decision to join Donse Alliance. So we've all seen Kambwili actually campaigning for President Brian Mundubile, and he's with President Brian Mundubile and the people that they are with campaigning, and we've seen Chishimba Kambwili being part of them. So the story reads: Citizen First Party President Harry Kalaba has acknowledged the decision by his running mates Moses Mawere and former cabinet minister Chishimba Kambwili to join the Tonse Alliance, saying the party respects their constitutional right to make independent political choices. In a statement, Kalaba said Citizen First was founded on democratic principles, freedom of association, and respect for individual choices, adding that although the party had hoped to continue working with the two leaders, it accepts their decisions. He says, we respect their decision and wish them well in their future political endeavors, said Kalaba. He thanked the two for their contribution to Citizen First and said the party was releasing them with its blessing and best wishes. Kalaba maintained that the party's vision remains intact despite the development. He says, our mission remains unchanged. He added that Citizen First would continue pursuing its goal of building a united, prosperous, and corruption-free Zambia founded on integrity, accountability, transparency, and non-violation, and servant leadership. Kalaba also expressed gratitude to the leadership of the CF Orange Alliance, party members, supporters, and volunteers for their continued commitment, while assuring Zambians that the party remained focused on providing principled leadership and practical solutions to the national challenges. He reiterated that integrity would remain at the core of the party's values. Our resolve is stronger than ever, and together we shall continue working tirelessly towards a better Zambia for all, Kalaba said. So that's just what is happening. In case you've missed it out, in case you haven't seen it, the running mate for Kalaba has withdrawn. And we also saw ECZ actually issuing a statement to say those who are withdrawing, those who have been withdrawing after the 13th of June, they will still remain on the ballot paper. So they will appear on the ballot paper, but their their votes they will still remain on the ballot papers, because we've seen some other presidential candidates who have withdrawn even after filing in the nomination and everything is done. And we've seen also members of parliament doing the same, especially those who are standing as independent members of parliament, and some other members of parliament that have seen actually a CF and maybe an NRPUP. We've seen also councillors withdrawing, but hey, those will be found on the ballot papers as well, even if they are eligible.
Community, and so far we have two parties that won't have running mates. OPP, that's All People's Party, and also now Mr. Kalaba's.
Okay, before we continue, let me just read through the statement from EC that said, the Electoral Commission hereby informs all candidates and the general public that 6th July 2026 was the administrative cut-off dates for the recipient of candidate registration for purpose of removing candidates' names from the ballot papers for the 2026 general election, as printing of ballot papers for the National Assembly, Mayor, Rostro, Council Chairperson, and Councillor election commenced on that date. So, arising from the above, candidates who submitted their resignation after 6th July 2026 or who resigns after that date will still have their names appear on the ballot papers, as the printing process has already commenced. However, such candidates will no longer be eligible to contest the elections. So that's actually the statement from ECZ, which says actually they are eligible, but their heads will be on the ballot paper, because I think that's actually good, because it's more like a waste of resources because they've already printed the ballot papers.
Ami ki statement yo ingozkiwo Patricia Luhanga, ili one of corporate affairs manager wa Electoral Commission of Zambia. Kibitumero kwa nakuluzi bisaze obo Patricia Luhanga. Mi lwazo la pili mwa tukiso ya luna ya Busile Good Morning Breakfast Show. Mi lipio zezo ya kwani kwa Tonse Alliance, National Elections and Campaigns Chairperson for Tonse Pamozi Alliance, Honorable Joffen Mwakalombe, says President HH will be accorded the respect due to a former head of state after he loses elections on 13 August. Kuti bo president hakainde ichilomo bakafi wali kutereliswa nela yana banga mweterere wana asamula wala aliketsa la 13 August bakafi wali kutereliswa nela yana banga mweterere wana kakuli kakuya kabo Joffen Mwakalombe baluza aliketsa ze alutweni manzwe abo Joffen Mwakalombe. Mi video shangwe lufiwaki ba Crown TV.
So we are organized. We are not. You are not going to see any gap the moment we come in. That's why our attention is not going to be drawn to individuals. Our attention immediately we form government. It is going to be how do we resolve the cost of living.
What do you mean? Attention being drawn to individuals. What are you referring to?
We are saying where you say. Persecuting individuals.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the reason why President Mundubile keeps on saying, Mr. President, you be kept well, because we want a new beginning. That's what we believe in. Mandela was a great. Let me finish my point. Let me finish your point, because I will not listen to your question.
Okay.
What made Mandela a great man? It is because he never looked at what the Boers did in South Africa. He ignored. He said, let us start afresh, the new beginning. When our friends came with a new dawn government, we thought it was going to be the new beginning, but we didn't know that the new beginning was going to pay attention on individuals. It's now we are seeing 12 kilometers, 10, 15, 2 kilometers, roads being done now. Had they started with that, today Zambia would have moved, would have advanced. They knew that we have got a challenge of road shading. They paid attention on other things. The challenge of road shading has affected us up to today. Even when you look at the parameters that they have given us, that they have made progress, there's no progress. You cannot make progress when there is no production. I'm not an economist, but that is basic economics. I don't need to know how to draw a graph.
Okay.
I don't need it. I don't need to know a graph. You saying the inflation has dropped to a single digit.
About 6.5?
6.5. When it was 17% in our in the time of PF, or 12% in the time of PF, or 10% in the time of PF, you go with 2,000 into ShopRite, you have to take a trolley. Today, 2,000 is 2 plastic bags.
What do you think is missing there?
No, what is missing is that there is no production.
Kibitumelo mi lwazo la pili baleniriwo Mwakalombe, National Elections and Campaigns Chairperson for Tonse Pamozi Alliance militumezi kwa Crown Television. Alozora pili, PEP President Chanda Katotowe has claimed that free education and the increase in CDF are all lies. Kuti kekezo ya masi ya CDF, free education yona tutu ya mahala, kaufela kivu hata aliyo, alutweni manzu ya wo Chanda Katotowe. Ili wana bo President wa Patriots for Economic and Progress. Ili wana kopano ineitero anga kiwo Sean Tembo.
Twaisa mkujoina mkukulu uyu ale ya kufamu takwabo teke chalo nobufi ababa abufi aba umuntu waisambye bati nalileta free education kutuma sibino wabufi umuntu wabufi aisambye bati nindunda CDF kutuma sumina umuntu wabufi aisambye bati walashika bayashi bakateka besu balungu pali kisano kutuma sumina wabufi na totera sana bonse kuno tulefoya 100% tuweleko munomo nika yefu kwa ikeli na totera sana
Okay, we move forward. That was actually PEP President, as we all know to say. The PEP party has endorsed the NRPUP for actually the 2026 general elections, as we all know to say. When the time for actually filing in nomination came, when PEP went to ECZ there at Mulungushi to file in their nomination, they found that their party has been registered as a church. So they didn't go ahead and register their party. That's when we saw Shoni Tembo, who was the running mate, went ahead and just filed in his nomination as a member of parliament rather. So we continue, and yesterday we saw the vice president before actually attending to before going ahead with her community engagement in Nakonde. She first actually met with the stakeholders, and the other people that she met was the chieftainess from Nakonde, and we saw actually Her Royal Highness Chieftainess Waitwika of the... Okay, we have a caller.
Hello, Kaksa Sancha.
Okay, we've lost the caller. Please make sure you call us on 0773 738114, 0773 738114. That's the line that we are using right here on Bulozi TV. And this, if this is when you're just joining us, our theme for today reads: should aspiring candidates expect votes from places where they have not gone to campaign? Should aspiring candidates expect votes from places where they have not gone to campaign? That's our theme for today, and you can just contribute just by calling or texting us on 0773 738114. That line is on WhatsApp. For you who are abroad, who are watching us on Facebook, you can, or on YouTube, you can actually just call us on WhatsApp or send us a voice note or a message on WhatsApp. Okay, we move forward. As I was saying, you can call us on WhatsApp using the same line, and also you can use our Facebook handle, which is Bulozi TV, and drop us a text. We are going to read your comments in the comment section. As we move ahead, we saw actually Chieftainess Her Royal Highness Chieftainess Waitwika of the Namwanga people has expressed appreciation to the government for the ongoing progress in the construction of the Nakonde Airport. So government has started constructing the Nakonde Airport, and when Her Honor, the Vice President, visited Nakonde yesterday, she made sure to meet with stakeholders, and the chieftainess was one of them. Let's take a look at the video.
Airport ebirimu watu kuta airport ya ala namubomba namutugute fintu fika nkala fyeka airport yo abantu bakalaenda palusaka bakalamu nakwati myaka so kwa indekotera ndetira nesakiriko pamirimu yenu yomwabomba esakwalirire okubisunga ebyobayi tera sana.
Okay, that was happening in Nakonde, and as we can see, the time is not on our side. We'll just move ahead to our next segment, and our next segment is sports. Nathan, what do we have in sports?
Maybe before we go to sports, I think this is also very important. The development that has come through from the Ministry of Defense, who have handed over about 190 newly built finished housing units to the Zambia Army at Kenneth David Kaunda Barracks, commonly known as Mikango Barracks in Chongwe District. So the houses comprise of 10 high cost, 62 medium cost, and 118 low cost units. This is Defense Permanent Secretary wa Mambo Hamaundu Hanebafa Mandwa kwa bana ni basali babatinanga ma uniform.
We as a ministry were very happy that 190 units of houses are now ready for occupation. The houses which should be occupied by army officers, which should also be occupied by non-commissioned officers. For us, this is the progress which we want, notwithstanding the fact that there could still be some external works that need to be carried out at Mikango, but we are happy that the houses are ready for occupation. Secondly, it's also important to note that other than 190 at Mikango, we still have over 600 units which are under construction. The basic infrastructure or the houses have more or less been complete, save for electricity and water, and of course the sewer lines, and we are working extremely hard to ensure that this particular aspect is also dealt with, so that sooner rather than later the houses will be occupied. And when I'm talking of the 600 housing units, they're actually in Lusaka's Chalala area, and what is interesting is that the sewer line that we're constructing will also be available to surrounding communities, in that most of the houses around that area use septic tanks and soakaways, and posing a danger to underground water. So we are happy that as a ministry we contribute towards alleviating that particular challenge.
Our Army Command has prioritized the vision of modernizing the Zambia Army. This, among other things, includes improving the living standards and welfare of personnel and their families. This therefore is in line with what we are witnessing here today, the provision of decent housing units to troops. Therefore, on behalf of the Army Commander, all officers, troops and families of the Zambia Army, and indeed on my own behalf, I would like to thank the government for considering Kenneth David Kaunda Barracks with these 190 housing units, and as well as improving our standards of living and our welfare in many of these cantonments. Let me also take this opportunity to thank the contractor for a job well done. A lot have been said, you've put up very nice pieces, and therefore our role is to ensure that we protect this, and that even 10 years from now, we'll continue to work with you.
This project is also a value.
Okay, hivi tumeromi yale kizoro pili vile kwani shangwe kwa maana ni mando wako nile kufiwa kwa defense iliwana ba Zambia Army awaya hilweki moso 190 miki bitumira. Congratulations to the men and women in uniforms na mwiponera kimando amandende yao akonele kufiwa ku wa Zambia Army. Mi alo zorapili alo ya mwa kalolo ya lipapali mabailo woni ni sita nkwisefela kwa World Cup iliko na ya France ni nopani mwa quarter finals ni na haya ya Morocco. Mi Morocco kwa nafaya na haya ni sialezi kwa dina haza marifase la Afrika. Mi kaumai nivona kebaba lundula mineli France 2 Morocco 0 kaumai. I think all the hopes for the African continent kona mone kuferezi mabani. Mi wena kanganisa na sazo la pili kachenu ba Spain wakano panani squat sa Belgium kala kwa na 2100 hours kiona papali ekabateni kachenu ili Spain versus Belgium kwa maana nili papali za World Cup zeso ili kukolatala kwa na haya America, Canada, maneni Mexico. Mi kama happy on a very very sad note alukonle kuluza hapa kulatelo aki yanabanga coach wa Poroporo the Copa Queens coach former Copa Queens coach Bruce Mwape unfortunately mawani passed away. Mi bafazi bakonole kongola statement. I'll just read the statement from Faz Mons, former Copa Queens coach Bruce Mwape. The Football Association of Zambia is saddened to learn of the death of former Copa Queens coach Bruce Mwape. Mwape, 67, died this morning, that was yesterday, at Nchanga South Mine Hospital in Chingola after a short illness. FAS President Keith Mwemba says Mwape's death is a great loss to the Zambian football family. Mwemba says FAS will give full details in due course, but indicated that the Secretariat is in touch with the family in Chingola. Mwape's son Konde says his father suffered a suspected stroke on Tuesday last week and was later hospitalized, leading to his eventual death. Mwape was appointed Copa Queens coach in 2018 and qualified the Copa Queens to a record 3 WAFCON tournaments, 2018, 2022, 2024, which was played in 2025. He took Zambia to back-to-back Olympics, that's Tokyo 2020 and Paris 2024, and the historic FIFA World Cup in 2023. Mwape also previously served as under-17 men's national team coach in 2015. That statement was written by Nkweto Tembwe, who is head of media and communications from the Football Association of Zambia. We just wish the soul of Mr. Bruce Mwape to rest in eternal peace.
Exactly, may he so rest in peace. And looking at time, we need to give time to other programming. So that sports update brings us to the end of today's Busile Good Morning Breakfast Shows. Thank you so very much for joining us and for just calling and for those who are watching us on Facebook, thank you so very much. And those who are watching us on TopStar, thank you so very much. It has been me, Kutemba Kamish, together with
Nathan Akufuna wa Mndila Kamso hape lukamikutela litumeze.
Yeah.